Welcome to this week's podcast. My name is Tim Weigel. I'm the statewide grape and hops IPM specialist for the New York State IPM program and also with the Lake Erie Regional Grape program. This week we're going to talk about the loaner sensor program for the Lake Erie Regional Grape program. If you've been to coffee pot meetings, you've read our newsletter, even watched some earlier podcasts, you know that we've been doing a lot with the Efficient Vineyard project that's run by Dr. Terry Bates. And what we're looking at doing is trying to reduce vine variability through the use of information that we pull through sensors. And you probably see my colleague Vinny is driving the gator with a sensor attached to it, NDVI sensor. And what that's going to do for you, you just call up the program, you get in touch with any member of the extension program, and we'll send Vinny out. He'll hook up an NDVI sensor to your tractor, your gator, whatever it is that you're going to take through the vineyard. It collects information on how much green tissue is out there. And so you can tell variability in your vineyard where bigger vines are, smaller vines. It won't tell you the exact size of your vines, like we talk a lot about the 3-pound vine or a 1-pound vine. It's just going to tell you the variability in vine size. We're using it as with the IPM program in one of our projects, the Grape rootworm project. And what we did was run the sensor through the vineyards, and we can see where we had areas of really low vine size. And you can see, we get a map like this. And red is bad, green and blue are better. So we were able to concentrate on red areas of a vineyard, and we can see whether or not it's actually has grape rootworm damage. Grape rootworm, as you know, the larva spends most of its time underground, the larval stage, and it feeds on grape roots, which really decreases vine size. So we could look at these maps, see a red area, go in and check for grape rootworm. What growers say, oh, I'm too little, or I'm not into that technology thing. But what this does is it gives you a map that you can see, and hopefully you see a problem before it gets to the point where it's going to be really expensive to do anything about it. The one thing I've heard growers most say about these is that, oh yeah, look at that red area. I knew I had a problem there. I knew I should do something about it. But they look at the yellow area, which is the next step up in vine size, and they said, I didn't realize how big a problem I had brewing. So then they can go in and they can say, okay, now it's economically feasible to take care of this area because it's a much larger area. By the time you see something with your naked eye, it's really too late to do something that will have a quick fix. Whereas if you look at the maps and you see a lot of yellow, you can go in and say, all right, I need to do something about this. So if you're interested in the program, like I said, we will come out, we'll hook the NDVI sensor up to your tractor, your gator, whatever. All you have to do is make sure that it's turned on and drive through your vineyard, collect the data. We'll come collect the sensor and the data chips, and we'll give it to Rianne, another colleague with Clairol, and she'll make maps for you, and then we'll sit down and be happy to discuss the maps with you and what you might be able to do with the information that you got. So if you have any questions, if you'd like to be involved with the project, give us a call here at the Lake Erie Regional Grape Program. And if you have any suggestions of podcasts that you'd like to see in the future, please put it in the comment sections below.